Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for checking in. I'm Dr. Wendy Askew, and welcome back to our next episode of The Whole Truth. I'm here today with my friend Narissa Figueroa because we're going to be talking about fitness today. An important topic, something that most of us struggle with, and we have got an expert here to help give us some great advice. So if you don't know, just a little bit of background about Narissa. She is the 2009 and 2010 Miss Fitness Arizona champion and the 2012 WBFF Texas Fitness champion. Yes. She is a mother of 3, including a 2-year-old son, and she has gotten back into champion competing fitness shape while recovering from delivering a baby and overcoming Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which a lot of us struggle with. So I think she's the perfect person to help give us some good advice on how we can be as healthy as we possibly can. Thanks for joining us,
Thank
Narissa.
you for having me. I'm so excited.
So am I, because we all need a lot of help. Yeah. So many of us are struggling with our weight these days. Yes. And I know there's a lot of factors, but I wanted an expert to help give us some guidance on ways we can get active and moving and improve our physical health.
Yes, absolutely. And I've been in fitness pretty much I feel like my whole life. And, but of course, I tell everyone, I like to be understanding and connect with people. Just like you said, we all struggle with it. And I've even struggled with it at times too. I have 3 kids. I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and then my baby. And, especially I tell everyone, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, because I think that's like pretty much one of the hardest jobs ever, if not the hardest, and also working mothers. We want to find balance in life while trying to do so much, and it's constantly running, going, and we feel like we can't keep up. And whether you're a man or a woman, a lot of times time is the #1 reason people give for not getting active and moving and getting healthier.
You're absolutely right. I agree 100%. We get caught up in these patterns of behavior because we feel so stressed, and we make these cuts, we shortchange ourselves with our health. We compromise our health for the sake of everything else, not realizing that it only hurts ourselves and our ability to perform optimally, being good moms, good work outside the home, whatever we're doing. If we're not physically fit, we can't do it as well.
Yes, exactly. And so I've been there. I feel like sometimes people think, oh, well, you're a superwoman and you want to work out all the time and you want to eat super, super healthy all the time. And I'm like, no, I'm just like everyone else. I get tempted. I have moments of, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do my workout. But I push myself a little bit more. And one thing I can tell you is find some time, put it in your appointment book, make it a priority. Like you said, we bump it down because we consider it more of a luxury or kind of like, well, it's not a necessity. So what happens when we do that is that because we bump it down, we put all these other things in place. And I tell people, even if you have time to watch the news for 30 minutes, you have time to get up and move for 30 minutes. So I think what we need to start realizing, it's just as important as brushing your teeth.
Absolutely.
It's just as important as, anything else we do on a regular daily basis, that we have to take care of ourselves. And it's not just the physical, about how we want to look, and we know about like chronic diseases like cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, which is shooting up the roof, unfortunately. And it's a shame because we have more resources now than we ever have in history as far as we have fitness centers, we have videos, we have cable, we have YouTube, we have so many resources, but yet America, we as a community, we keep struggling with our weight, and it keeps getting worse, and our chronic diseases keep getting worse. So I think it's something that we need to start realizing it is an absolute priority. And besides, like I was saying, the physical, it helps us in so many other areas. And as a woman, it helps you with stress, it helps you with emotion, it helps you with depression, it helps with anxiety, it helps, for me, myself, it helps almost to like, it defrazzles, recalibrates my brain. And when I'm done, I think so much clearer.
I just wanted to add on to this. She is 100% correct. And, we talk about this and we pay lip service to it and like, oh, we know how good it is for ourselves. But I love actually throwing in the numbers and the science behind it. And so after the show, I'm going to edit and put up a slide that gives you some of the numbers with it.
Yes.
So people who exercise 3 times a week have lower rates of cancer, a 24% lower risk of colon cancer, a 12% lower risk of breast cancer, an almost 20% lower risk of cancer of the lining inside the uterus, and lower reductions but decreases in the risk of kidney cancer, lymphoma, liver cancers. Her comment about depression, there's been long-term studies done that compared exercising to Prozac. They looked at it over a 3-year period, at least one study, and you obviously know this. They were equally effective, right? And so exercising doesn't make you gain weight like the SSRI antidepressants absolutely can. It doesn't kill your sex drive like those medications can. And it doesn't come with a big copay and zap all your energy. This is something natural that has tremendous other health benefits for you. It improves production of neurotransmitters that support good mood, good hormones that promote living longer and better health in our bodies. So everything you said is supported by tons of science and research.
And I've gone to American College of Sports Medicine Conference, National Academy of Sports Medicine, so tons of great conferences, American Council on Exercise, and luckily we have great research on all this. And again, the depression's a big one, your self-esteem, which is included in that. And as women, like I said, I think we struggle with not just we get low self-esteem when we don't feel like we look good from the outside, which is usually the number one thing. However, it's the low self-esteem, but then it's also, like I mentioned, it's almost like, I feel like moms and working mothers and moms are in that race to, I need to, especially with social media nowadays, have that perfect life. I need to have it all. And I need to go, push, I'm working, I'm doing this. I got the kids' school activities, kids' after school activities. We have so much on our plate, and then we actually watch social media and we see these perfect pictures of family life or the mom having it all. When I tell people, and especially my moms, I said, there's nothing wrong with wanting it all, but that doesn't mean you have to have it all at once. Unfortunately, we don't, and we kill ourselves. And so even when I just had my son here recently, since I'm older now, I'm in my 40s, and I did find this baby was harder to recover from. Even though I was in better shape when I found out I was pregnant than I did. Keep in mind, I feel like I'm in better shape now in my 40s than I was in my late 20s. And a lot of that has to do with, back then I thought it was over-exercise and eat very, very little, which wasn't that great either. But with this child, even though I was in better shape, it was harder to recover from. And I thought, 6 weeks, the doctor clears me, I'm gonna jump back into it, which I'm sure you run into that with your patients.
No, your metabolism changes, our metabolism changes. Absolutely very real effects on our metabolism slowing down as we get older, and it's not as easy to bounce back. I'm only smiling when you talk about this social media picture, because I think most of us know that most of it out there on social media is completely a lie, right?
It's like 50 takes to get one take.
Exactly. We know that's
one
not
perfect
true.
selfie.
Exactly. So just keep perspective and think about what we know, what's real, what's not real, and it's about trying to have balance or trying to find harmony and give what you can in different areas when you can. But making your health a priority is going to make you a better person in every aspect of your life. So did you have to change your eating habits? Because what I find are patients telling me all day long, I'm eating the same. I have my explanation, but I just want to hear your experience. They're eating the same as they did when they were in their 30s. They're moving the same amount, and yet the weight gain seems to accumulate. They can't lose it.
No, I did not eat the same. Because let me tell you why. I was able, I remember this specifically, in my mid-20s, going to look for a bikini. And I walked into a store and I was eating an ice cream sundae.
Right. Yep.
And so the sales lady's like, I hate you. You're eating a sundae while you're looking for a bikini. And I wore an extra small, whatever.
Of course.
I can't do that now.
Thank you.
I cannot do that now. And so unfortunately, our metabolism is different when we're younger, and it changes as we get older. And our metabolism changes as we get older, but yet because we gain more responsibilities, our activity decreases. So it's this big combination, perfect storm, and that's where you start encountering everything. And so I had to change my eating habits. I had to start eating healthier. I had to watch my portions. And just like I said, I get tempted just like everyone else, you know, where I want to eat cookies, but I'll just have one, or I want to have a piece of pizza, or I have a very little piece.
Right.
So it's just, you really have to watch your portions, and more healthy stuff 95% of the time.
Exactly. And so it seems like it's a really sad thing, but the thing is, it's not. You can still enjoy the things that you used to love, just in moderation, smaller amounts, and maybe even different times of the day. If you eat them earlier, so that you burn those carbs off a little bit more than if you eat them after 7 o'clock, when most of us aren't as active. So you do need to make some changes. And I think sometimes people get frustrated at hearing that, but in achieving your optimal fitness, it really is necessary, and it's not as big of a sacrifice as it seems like once you do it.
I think if we stop thinking about, oh, I can't eat that, instead of I don't want to eat that, or what can I eat?
Right.
So stop thinking of the negative about what you can't eat, and think of all the wonderful food you can eat. So that's what I look at it. And and again, like I said, it boils down to, as moms and as women, we do start getting down on ourselves because we're getting older. We may not like how we look, and it ends up we don't like how we feel.
Right.
And so it affects, like I was mentioning, after I had the baby, I thought I was going to jump back in and I'm going to go.
Right.
It wasn't that way.
Yeah. No.
I was like, okay, what's going on?
Right.
My core is like demolished. And so it took me longer, but you know what, Wendy? I let it go as far as like, I'm going to enjoy myself and enjoy my baby. I didn't go overboard with food, but I wasn't so hard on myself that I was making myself stressed over it. I did feel, and you can probably, I don't know, maybe tell me a little bit about this. My hormones were worse this time.
Sure, absolutely.
I felt like I was more like blah, and why can't I get going? I did feel more stressed in general. And that could have been a combination because I wasn't exercising as much, but also, I don't know, the hormones as well too. So.
After you have a baby, studies have shown that we have about a 50% decrease in our production of testosterone, which is super important for women, it's not a men's hormone. It's important for everything from energy to proper sleep to your motivation, your drive to do things, obviously to things like sex drive. It's very important for those things, but it's important for your metabolism and your sense of well-being and all kinds of other processes in our body. So yes, the things that women experience and just attribute to, oh, it's because I had a baby, but it's because of physiologic changes that happen in our body as a result of having the baby. So it's not all in your head.
Yes. And I literally felt a difference, like up until 6 weeks ago, I was going to the gym, but not hitting it on a consistent training basis like I am now. And literally in 1 week, I felt a difference.
Good for you.
I felt better.
Good.
I felt more clear. And so I can't tell you enough where, as moms, don't hit yourself so hard about not getting everything done. If the house is a mess, don't kill yourself over it. Good. It's going to be a mess. Go for the walk.
Right.
You probably need that more.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I think that's very important. And putting yourself, knowing that yes, you have the children, the baby, or work, but making sure you put yourself as a priority as well. So putting in that weight training, strength training.
Thank you.
Even if it's just body strengthening exercises. I tell people, even if you just get in your chair and squat, up and down, chair sits. So push through the middle of the feet and heel.
Yeah.
And so if you want to do it like during every commercial, get up and do something. Do some planks. And planks are fantastic for women that have had babies because it strengthens and tightens that abdominal wall area, which was separated during pregnancy.
Yep.
So even if you start small, just do something and get moving. And
the small steps lead to bigger steps.
Yes,
so absolutely. I think the small steps are important. So a lot of women don't know this, but and I spend a lot of time preaching this. We've been kind of fed this line about aerobic activity and cardio, but people don't realize that the strength training is critical to not only improving your lean muscle mass, but to improving your metabolism and to burning fat.
Yes.
And forever and ever, people have thought, oh, if I do get on the weights, I'm going to look like a man, and I don't want to look like that. You're going to burn fat, and it's important for you to do strength training.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm glad you mentioned that.
Cardio is important, obviously, for the heart health.
Yep.
However, you've got to get some strength training in,
Yep.
even if it's your own body weight, because, as you said, it helps to increase lean muscle mass. The more lean muscle you have, the more calories you burn throughout the day.
At rest.
And that's not just when you're working out.
Yep.
It's every day. You're like a little locomotive engine,
Yep.
going, and burning calories. And that's why men tend to lose weight quicker than women because they have more lean muscle mass. So yes, we need to get some strength training in. So buy a DVD if you're not ready to hit the gym or be in public. Buy a DVD, go to a park. I have some great ideas for the playground fitness workout. You know, go to a park while your kids are playing.
Yes.
You could do some of the equipment as well. Do the monkey bars, do anything. Like I mentioned, the squats.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities.
Easy things.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of HIIT training, high intensity interval training, which is the whole science of working out smarter, not harder. It's the science of doing burst activity, like a small amount of time, maybe 2 minutes or a minute and a half of high intensity, which doesn't mean high impact, just getting your heart rate up, activating one muscle group set, and then stopping, taking a short break, and then doing another muscle group for a minute or a minute and a half. But the whole science behind this increases your metabolic rate, improves production of testosterone and growth hormone, it burns more calories, and it gets it all done in a faster period. So even without a DVD player, on YouTube there are sites like Brightside, and there are a bunch, and I'll put a link to them later, but where you can get like a 15-minute workout in, and most of us could just set the alarm 15 minutes earlier and get that activity. And really, baby steps are all that you need to start with. So if you feel like someone like me who's gotten away from exercising and become an absolute couch potato who just doesn't do anything at all, I can get 5 to 10 minutes a day and then gradually build back up to where I was.
Absolutely build up. And those little changes, like you said, little, changes make a huge difference. Huge difference. And so it's the little steps that lead to the big journey. And basically, I can't tell women enough, even if you start small and keep going, you'll start to feel changes. In 30 days, you'll feel it.
Yeah.
In 60 days, you may start to notice it in your clothes and so forth. And then in 90, if you're really committed, others will notice it, you'll notice it. And so it won't happen overnight. Right. So you've got to be patient. Your mood will change, your stress levels will go down, your sex life gets better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we definitely want
that. Yes,
that.
It will. Your libido definitely improves.
Absolutely.
When you feel better about yourself, you feel better with your partner as well.
And Narissa's, just to close on that one point, I agree. This isn't about vanity. This is about you feeling better about yourself and being healthier so that you have more energy and more emotional and physical happiness so that you can enjoy your life and do the things that you love.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us.